So you haven't cooked until you've cooked on a 14-inch diameter frying pan. I found this thing on Amazon. It's actually a commercial series, and it actually says Amazon commercial under there. It is a 3-layer, which is the preferred choice of chefs and any other professional cook, where it's stainless steel, aluminum stainless steel, and then it has Teflon on the inside for non-stick. It's huge. I mean, it's hard to describe how large this thing is until you actually see it. It's almost like having a dedicated skillet on your stove. Very cool, and typically a commercial style, like if you get an all-clad version of something like this, you're going to pay well over $100. This thing was $44 on Amazon, so absolutely love it. This thing is super awesome. I'm cooking some lightly fried tilapia right now, and this is definitely something we're going to get a ton of use out of, and it definitely adds to the versatility of being able to cook. Crazy things that make you excited. So, check out my new trailer. So we picked this up today. A while back I put a post on my community section and on my Instagram asking if anybody knows or if they sell small, compact, enclosed cargo trailers. This is a 10 foot by 6 foot by 6 foot tall, exactly what we were looking for. A lot of folks kind of had an assumption of what we were going to do with this trailer, so let's try to clarify some things. All right, so before we go any further, this trailer has a 2,990 pound GVWR, so it's under 3,000 pounds, and it has a cargo capacity of 1,590 pounds. Again, 10 feet long, 6 feet wide between the tires. The overall width of the entire trailer is a little under 8 feet wide, and it has a 6 foot tall interior to it. I have my Curt hitch on its lowest setting. It still leans back a little bit, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to address that, but overall, it's kind of a good setup. I like the fact that the axle is placed further towards the back. It is a leaf sprung, not a torsion axle. Now, I was originally looking for a dual axle setup in a 10-foot trailer, and the reason why we opted for a single axle is because if you get the dual axle, a lot of times you won't get a side door, or you'll get a much smaller side door, or the front will be a different shape, and we wanted the V front. When these things are empty, they're super lightweight, about 1,500 pounds, and that means they're very, very easy to be influenced by wind that might be contacting it. So it's small enough and light enough, especially with my wife's expedition, that we won't need a weight distribution hitch on it, but it is certainly a very capable trailer in size. Let's take a look at some of the details that we like about it. So again, single axle. I do wish it was a dual axle, but you know, it made sense to go this route. I like the fact that it has little stabilizer jacks here at the back. That way, if you're loading anything on the back, whenever there's nothing inside, it's not just going to tip back on you. Has the ramp door back here, which is really nice. So we opted for the ramp instead of the kind of French door style system. This one's going to be really good for loading things. Let's take a look inside of the trailer. Again, we just picked this thing up, so I like that it has the bar style lock, plus it has a traditional door lock with key, deadbolt as well. It's all steel framed. A lot of space on the inside. And from here to here, I believe it's 10 feet. So the actual, actually no, 4, 4, and 2. So you get a little bit more length because of the V-nose to it. I remember that now from our other trailer. Nothing fancy about it. And a lot of people wanted to know, what are we going to do with this trailer? I know a lot of folks out there thought that, are we going to convert this thing into an RV? Are we going to convert it into some type of a recreational vehicle in general? Maybe some chairs, put a small wet bath. And we may eventually do that. I mean, that might be the overall goal at some point. But the reality is, oftentimes I get enough heavy items that I actually need a trailer like this. And my big 20-foot trailer, I kind of use it as a mobile work kind of area, so I have a lot of tools and things that I'll often move to it, or I'll stage things in it, and I don't have a lot of room to use it as a normal cargo trailer. But whenever I pick up things in my truck, sometimes, you know, getting it into the back and getting it down is the biggest issue, even if you have a dolly. On something like this, we can simply drop the ramp, load it into the back, and we're good to go. So a lot of reasons why this trailer is going to come in really, really handy for what we need it for. And again, 10 feet long, you know, maybe 11.5 feet long if you count the front section right here. But overall, I think it's going to work out well. Now, this isn't a terribly expensive trailer. This trailer cost us $4,700 out the door. The prices of these have gone up slightly too, just because of the cost of lumber, the increase in this plywood and all of this. It's just gotten terribly expensive. But overall, it's only gone up about $500 from what you would traditionally pay. And that was $4,700 out the door. Tax, tag, title, everything we needed for this specific unit. I am going to do some upgrades to it. Probably change out the wheel and tire assembly, put some Goodyear Endurance tires on it, something a little bit more safe. The funny thing is I removed the tires off of our other cargo trailer and they're the exact same size, so technically I'll have 6 of these as spare tires. I didn't opt to buy the spare tire because I have 4 additional tires that fit this. But overall it's really cool, and we got it in the silver color. So they had 3 color options. They had white, black, and then this silver. And I think the silver blends really well, especially behind my wife's vehicle because she has the platinum trim, and you see that all of the trim and everything like that is kind of the same matted silver finish as this. It's got a little door hold, it's got the diamond plate up front right here. It has a 4x2 fully boxed front frame section. The frame itself is likely to be a small I-beam frame, and then it's just welded to this A-frame up front. But yeah, it's a really cool little trailer. Again, I do wish it had the dual axles, but what they told me, if you had the second axle here, or even if this was pushed back slightly, you wouldn't really have room for the door, so that's why we opted against it. If we would have gotten a 12-foot trailer, then we would have had that space, but with this one we don't. Ramp door in the back, very similar to the larger trailer that we have, and we have another cargo mate. It's the 8.5 by 20-foot trailer, but very cool. What do you guys think? We're definitely going to get a lot of use out of it. It's a trailer that gives us a lot of flexibility whenever towing stuff, and my wife feels comfortable towing it, and you know, it's just a really nice compact little trailer setup. Anyways guys, we're going to get this thing home so we can actually put it to use for the first time. We're going to load some stuff inside of it and move it, but what are your thoughts? And what's funny about this is that this is almost exactly the type of trailer we weren't looking for. I wanted one with a nice radius curved roof to it. I wanted dual axles. You know, there were some other features that I wanted as well, and a lot of companies are just out of trailers. You can't get them anymore. It's just crazy how places that typically might stock 20 or 30 of them only have like 1 or 2 of them in stock, and they're not what you're looking for. A place we were going to buy a trailer, it was going to be really expensive, but it was going to be more customized. They're completely out. The only trailer they have is a 25-foot enclosed trailer. So this is the size we wanted, and they had several of these. This is really the one that was ideal for us because it came in the color we wanted with the ramp instead of the 2 doors, and I think it's going to work out really well. But again, looks very nice. I love how it matches the platinum trim on her car if we tow it with that. And it's going to give us flexibility, right? If we want to go out to the beach, if we want to do some other recreational things, we can load the bikes inside here. We can load even a small porta potty in here. I might think about putting an AC on top of this as well. What are your ideas? What could we do to this thing that would make it a little bit more appealing? Again, it's going to start life on the channel as a cargo trailer because that's what we're going to use it for. But over the next couple of months and over, you know, the next year or so, we'll probably do a lot of upgrades to this, including rhino line the inside, or you know, put some type of spray and bed liner in there, maybe put some folding shelves inside there, maybe put that little elevated bunk system you see on toy haulers. I mean, there's a lot of little things we could do to personalize this. What are your thoughts? Comment below. I'd love to know, what do you think we can eventually turn this thing into? And here's a side profile view of the whole thing. Very cool, huh? I mean, it looks really nice. It's kind of funny because it looks larger than you would think for a 10-foot long cargo trailer, and it's definitely taller than my wife's Expedition. But overall, I think it has a good look to it. I do wish I could level it out a little bit more, which I might try to do, but I'm already using a 6 or 8 inch drop on that Curt hitch back there, and it's still not leveling it, so I'll have to figure out a way to level this down more without having to go to a crazy drop right there. But so far I think it's going to work out perfectly for our needs. We paid, again, $4,700 for this trailer. That was out the door, tax tag, title, license, everything, and I'm going to do some minor upgrades to it. Give me some thoughts on wheels and tires. Should I go with the silver wheel or a black wheel? And if you guys don't remember, this is that really cool adjustable Curt. Solid steel shank, nice U-channel here, has a 2 5/16 inch ball and a 2 inch ball right here. I believe it has 6 inches of drop to it. Very, very cool. I did a video on this a while back and I called it the most value-oriented adjustable hitch you could buy. Very, very robust. This thing's rated at like 16,500 pounds, something like that. Easily good enough for the trailer that we have here, and then some. This is a very, very cool setup, and it's very easy to work too. You just pop these 2 pins out. The pins slide out this way. You move it up and down the channel here, put it back in place, and you're good to go. Very cool though. And another cool thing is, because of how light this trailer is, it doesn't need trailer brakes. So it only has a 4-way connector here instead of the typical 7-way connector that you might see. Very nice setup though. Well, we did a reasonable job filling it up. Yeah, we just moved a bedroom out of stuff. We're moving some other stuff in. And yeah, This is fun. Harbor Freight is an awesome place to pick up tarps, these moving blankets, straps, just everything you need, especially if you need it last minute and you can't wait for it to come in. But yeah, we're about to take off, just drop the stuff off. It's only about 2 miles away and we don't need to really strap anything down too much, but it fits pretty good. We still have plenty of room if we want to add more stuff. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.